I think we can go.
No, we need more stuff and we need the horses.
Horses.
Cue music! Hi, it's Signe from Sign of Horses and I'm with my buddies again, Iteke and Jeroen.
Hello.
We're going to do another show today in Koevoorde. Cow something. Never mind the translation. Look it up on your Google Maps and you'll see where it is. And I think we're gonna do kind of like a behind the scenes vlog today instead of recording the entire show, because it's probably gonna be in Dutch and very, very boring. No, it's not. No. It's gonna be brilliant. Yeah. So this is us. Trailers behind the car. We're gonna grab our stuff and load everything in and then load the horses. Stuff. His fancy bridle. And also with Chicago screws. We are getting the food ready to take with us to the event so they can have a bite to eat. Either before or after. I like to feed the horses before they do the exercise, but on an event it might be nice to give them after, simply because the event itself is not that taxing, but the ride home might be. So the food on this side of the trailer, and then I'm gonna take my little grooming tote around to the other side where the saddles live. With a bit of luck, just use this over. And then this will fit in there. Yep, and that's Iteke's saddle. And then I can put mine on top of that one. That's the saddles. I think we've got everything. Now to get the horses. Ready to go, everyone? Yes. Let's go. We are here. We found it. It's a huge terrain in some kind of city park. It's really funky because I can see a fountain there. And we found the horse boarders.
Yes.
Yes. Meeting friends when we're away at home. Yes. Hi, sweetie. Hi, beauty. Lekker slapen. Yeah. So we are at the event. It's kind of weird because whenever I'm at a horse event, I'm used to meeting people I know, because we're always at horse events somewhere near Friesland. But here I don't know anybody, which is kind of cool as well. I'm passing, this is the main ring. That's where we're going to do our show and get the horses and ourselves ready to release our inner Viking. Show, and it started to rain now, so we've finished just in time before the weather came, which is perfect. And even the rain is just a nice cooling down of the entire warm day. Behind me I'm being followed by the trailer because I'm walking right in between the jumps that are being taken down, and we're going home. We're in the car and it's raining really bad, but we're trying to keep ahead of the weather. We're doing that by the traditional, no, we're not keeping ahead of the weather like this, but we're doing that by getting our traditional cup of Starbucks! 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 We're on our way back home, and as we were sitting in the car, Jeroen asked me the question how I got into doing shows and stuff like that, and I thought it was a great question and a good moment to share with you that part of my life and that story, because it was before I started vlogging, so there's no process here on the vlog of how I became the Release Your Inner Viking lady. I was always interested in medieval stuff and Viking stuff, history, and then I discovered LARP, which was great. And I was also always into horses. I just, from a child on, I caught the virus and it never passed. And I bet a lot of horse people have the same thing. You just get that virus in your nostrils, and from then on you always want to smell like horse and be around horses. So as a child I was a daydreamer, dreaming about going on adventures and going into nature, and of course when you're interested in medieval times then you want to do that on horseback. So even when I was riding at the riding schools and in the barns, I was always with my mind somewhere else in the forest and seeking out adventures with my sword and bow and releasing my inner Merida maybe. And then I started LARPing, did a lot of LARP, I did school. Of course you go to school because you want an education, and I always wanted to go to art school, so that's what I did. Luckily I had parents that supported that idea, even though it might not have been the brightest idea ever. Still, I was one of the lucky few that got into art school and managed to complete it. And I did theatre design because I also loved theatre, and especially film and movies and making costumes, and I've come to learn that the thing that what I really love about that is not so much the theatre and the film, but it's the storytelling. It's about taking people to another place and another world where things are different, making up stories, taking them away from the mundane humdrum of everyday life. That's what intrigues me. And as you can tell, all those things sort of marry together into what I'm doing now. And I'm not doing it for money, I'm not doing it for a profession, I'm not making tons and heaps of money from it, just enough to, you know, keep BLIZZ going, keep the costumes going, pay for the trailer and the gasoline and stuff like that. But I love doing it, and I love giving that fantasy and that dream to other people and tell a story that way. That's how I got into it, and it just kind of slowly happened. I started to do an event, and this friend of mine had a LARP, a Lord of the Rings LARP, and he asked, do you want to be there as a Nazgul? I said, oh, I'll take my horse and then we can do... The only trick I could do then was rear. All we could do with Blizzard was rear and gallop really fast. So that's what we did. We did a couple of rears and we did a gallop, and we had this lovely Nazgul costume, and it looked good. From there on, we started to do some tricks, and we started to do some liberty, and then we got ourselves invited to the Elf Fantasy Fair. It was called Elf Fantasy Fair then, it's now called Elvia, one of the biggest fantasy events in the Netherlands. So we did a couple of shows there, and it kind of developed from there, and now we do it on and off. And I'm inviting Iteke and Twisty to come along so they can do it in the future, and hopefully train BRISINGR to become the future show pony. He's already showing a lot of potential. Does that kind of answer your question, Jeroen?
Yeah.
We are home!
Hi, cousin! Hi!
Hey, buddy. Oh, you happy dog. Oh, I should start dog vlogging. Yeah, I know people love watching dogs as well. Dog vlogging. You are a happy dog. We're gonna unload the trailer and unload all our stuff. Thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, you 50%. Please subscribe. And most of all, as much as you can, every day possibly, go on an adventure and release your inner Viking!